Okay, we are starting our conversation with Victor Nelson. Victor, some words about you?
Yes. Well, my name is Victor Nelson. I live in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
New, tremendous place.
Yeah, we love it here. We've lived here for 2 years. And my role is that I've coordinated the Solution Focused Brief Therapy Association conference here this November. But I have another role as well. I'm teaching a graduate course in counseling at a local college. And so I'm using Solution Focused in my therapy work. I'm coordinating a conference about Solution Focused work. And then I'm also helping to teach graduate students about solution-focused perspectives.
And I've heard there's an interesting story from one of your students.
We did. 2 weeks ago, we had students identify a goal that they would like to work on and what their best hopes would be for accomplishing that goal. One student said she wanted to not procrastinate so much. She procrastinated way too much. And so I said, if you weren't procrastinating, what would you be doing? And she said, well, I'd be productive. I would get things done. I would get things done on time. And so we did a little useful conversation in class around that. So she decided that she would set a goal for her week to change some patterns about procrastinating. She came back to class this week with her success story.
What was that?
She took the word procrastination and she made different words from the letters in the word procrastination. And the words were all very positive. So she made the observation that even within a word that has a negative association, procrastination, there were many positive possibilities in the negative word.
Wow.
And it was a very creative way to approach what she was doing. Then she bought stickers, sticky notes, Post-it notes. And she began to write down tasks that she needed to accomplish, a different color for each day.
Wow.
And
wonderful.
she showed us all, she brought a picture of her refrigerator covered with dozens of sticky notes. But then she started taking them off when she finished a task, put them in a pile, and when the pile became larger and larger, the number of sticky notes on the refrigerator became smaller and smaller. And so it was a wonderful, wonderful story about how she had taken a very creative approach. And then she told a poem by an author that writes children's stories in the United States, Shel Silverstein. And he had a poem about shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done it, I would have done it, I could have done it. And it was a short child's poem about shoulda, coulda, woulda, because the last line was shoulda, coulda, woulda was defeated by done. And, or did it, something like that. So she did a whole presentation in class. It took about 10 minutes. And I had taught the students 4 things to say. The first thing that the students did without any prompting, they said, wow. And we all remember Insu's wow. And then students would say, how did you do that? That was the second thing they learned. Who noticed? And so she was able to identify how some of her relatives noticed and were part of her change. And then the fourth question was, so what else? And so it was a great example of students learning something about solution focus, immediately applying it, in a specific goal, and then having within a week a miracle that happens. That she was able to get work done. She felt really proud of herself, and she was getting very different feedback from her relatives because she had done things that surprised them. So it was a great solution-focused story from a graduate student.
Thanks for this conversation.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.